You're listening to iCannabisRadio.com.
You're listening to Rev Jeremy
and Georgia
on iCannabisRadio.com.
Good evening. Or something. You're at least listening to me, and tonight I'm going to drag Chris onto the show because if you live in Colorado, you know that it's fucking stupid out there right now. Yeah. I mean, I left Denver at 4 o'clock to get here, and 5:45, I think I got through. It's like, damn. That's bullshit.
Yeah, I don't think people know how to drive in the snow here in Colorado.
They don't, and I really don't want to spend too much time ranting about it, but I'm probably going to because, you can't yell at the cars. I mean, I try all the time. I've given more fingers in the last week and a half than I think I have in I don't even know how long.
I don't like the traffic here.
I want to blame the tourists.
Yeah.
So if you're not a Colorado native or from somewhere that snows all the time, anywhere north of here, learn how to drive. That's as nice of a way as I can put it, although it'll probably get much worse throughout the show. Every single day for the last week and a half that I've been on the highway, it has stopped. Like I can reach out and touch the ground, the whatever the fuck, the ground, the concrete,
pavement.
The pavement. Thank you. Fuck, I'm starting to get mad and it's hard. You know what I like about internet radio is you can get mad and say shit like fuck, and it's okay, and there's not somebody sitting around to censor that, and I just want to throw that out there that I like freedom. But again, every day for the last week and a half, I've been able to touch the pavement because no matter which highway, it's turning into a parking lot. Only 2 of these days have had snow. What the fuck, Colorado? Seriously, did we legalize weed and everybody's driving slow? I mean, you come here to ski, you come here to buy weed. Learn how to drive. That's all I can think of. I mean,
I guess it doesn't snow anywhere else.
It must not. Maybe Colorado's the only place with snow. I don't know. But what I do know is that even when the pavement's dry, I've seen some horrendous accidents. There was that double accident, or maybe it was the same accident on Highway 36. The end of last week, there was a truck and a trailer that was all smashed. And then we finally got past them where traffic should clear up, and it doesn't. It doesn't. And once we got another half an hour down the road, which was probably a half a mile, maybe a mile, I don't know, there was a trash truck laying on its side with all its windows exploded out and half of the median was gone. And it's like, wow, it's fucking dry out. Hello? I don't know. I mean, and just all kinds of crazy accidents. So, hey, since we're talking about accidents, Friday night, God damn. So I've had a small fear of getting T-boned for a while now, and I'm not sure why. Blame it on movies. Since that they got first person inside the car, and you can see a crash from inside the car, and it's got my head all fucked up maybe for years. I don't know. Maybe I'm just blaming it on that, and it's just random shit, but who knows? But I have a fear of intersections. Well, since the accident, obviously, that's gotten worse. And Friday night, again, was stuck on, and this is the very shorter version with missing a lot of the good details, but I'm sorry, it's radio. I don't want to share too much. But when we came up to the light, when we got through the dead stop traffic jam on I-25 for no fucking reason, when we finally got through from I-70 to Colfax, took 45 minutes, half an hour to 45 minutes. As we're pulling up, there's really nobody at the stoplight. There's one car in the middle. There might have been a car on the right. That's it. So I got in the left lane. The light changed green. I did my usual paranoia look, and the guy to the left didn't look like he was going to stop. So I wailed on the brakes. And the car that was to the right of me kept going. Fucking boom, T-boned. And it's like, holy shit, inches away Had I not looked and just said, oh, just go with the green light, fucking would have been T-boned. So
People don't pay attention when they drive.
I throw it in the park, I look at my passenger and I say, we're going to be late for the symphony. I'm sorry. And I get out of the car and I automatically I just started yelling at the person who hit the person, what do you call them? The offender, the whatever. Get out and I yell at him and it's like, are you fucking kidding me? You can't see that the light was so fucking red that you could have had red crayons falling on your lap in the car. It was so fucking red. I mean, you hit a red car. There was red light, red car. Hello? Red in America means stop. There's definitely some jokes that I just thought of all of a sudden, but they're not, like that remind me of a Bugs Bunny cartoon. I don't know why. Whatever. Still, fucking people. The people in the other car were okay. Thank God. But it did take the police a half an hour to show up. But people drive insane. I mean, the insane driving. A truck did take a right at the red light right there shortly after they got the car pushed out onto like a sidewalk kind of area where it was safe and out of the way so people could drive impatiently, drove through a huge pile of glass. So for all you people that were in a fucking hurry right at that wreck, and if I know you're not listening, but if you are, I hope you got a flat tire, you impatient fuck. And then 2 cars had to have been drag racing because as that guy turned out illegally, these cars come racing down the road in thick traffic already. And it's like, wow, I can't believe I just did it. That's really all I can even come up with. Is just it's insane out there. I mean, I thought it was crazy. Okay, everything got crazier because I got hit head on by a drunk driver. I thought, well, it's just random. It's crazy. No, I think it's genuinely getting crazier out there. But how do you solve it? I want to get one of those light boards that has messages that go across. They're illegal to have in your car, but I still want to get one. Or I want to get laminated whiteboard signs that I pre-write things on, like "Get out of the left lane, you dumb fucker," or any number of other slogans that can help educate people that you can just slap up in the window, you pass somebody, you give them the finger, they read the sign, you just carry on. But there has to be some benefit to the road rage, So, I don't know. We got to come up with something. Whoever's got an idea, throw that shit out there. But we got to figure out how to make it safer out there because it's scary. It's scary out there, and you don't want to get scary on your assy nipple necks and cheese and stuff. It just gets bad. People will throw their shoes at you and stuff. Yeah. So, hi, Chris. How you doing?
I'm doing all right. It's been a long day here in the studio.
Yeah? Well,
yeah.
It's safer in here than it is out there.
Yeah, it wasn't too bad when I left. There was really no traffic on the road. It wasn't really snowing, but...
That has changed, my friend. Everybody and their mom is out tonight.
Yeah, after that hour of the first show, I went outside. I was like, oh, yep, people don't know how to drive in this stuff.
I've been all over the place.
That's why I drive a big truck.
Right? So at least if you do crash, it's going to hurt them a lot more than you. So I guess that's good. So yeah, Georgia is not in tonight. I'm not sure if we mentioned that. We may have at the beginning of the show.
Yeah,
but
no Georgia today.
But it's dangerous out there. So we decided it was safer for her to stay home, which is what I should have done, because panic attacks and driving and this bullshit isn't necessarily the most fun thing to do. But whatever. Is what it is. It's how we overcome our fears. So we gave Georgia the night off since it's all shitty out there. And without Georgia here, that just means that we get to rant and say any old thing we want. It's kind of like when a couple weeks ago when Paul was here and it's like, what do we want to talk about? I don't know. Anything. Anything? Sure. Why not? Why? Because we can. So, although I almost think that we should call Georgia just for fun and just sneak it in and be like, hi, you've won a prize. Mm-hmm. You have to come down to the studio right now to pick it up.
But start with an answer.
Still, no, probably not, because she wouldn't know it's us. She said, no, fuck that. I didn't go. I'm not talking.
She's playing hooky.
So, of the couple random things I wanted to talk about tonight, traffic was definitely one. When it's dry out, if you're going slow or there's nobody in front of you and you're in the left lane, get the fuck over. The left lane in Colorado is for passing only, and it's a law. So again, if you're new to Colorado, stay on the right side, please. I mean, that public service announcement's getting really tiring. I mean, I got to start doing it on a much larger scale.
It happens to me every freaking day.
All the time, and it's like people bitch about road rage, and it's like, well, you're bitching about road rage, and guess what, dickhead? You're the cause. Get over, drive more conscientious to the rest of the road. I mean, forget what the speed limit is. See what's going on around you. Adapt to the environment. If everybody's driving 65 and you're going 55 so you can go the speed limit, you're causing a problem and are a safety hazard. So, get with the program. What are you reading? It looks like it's very interesting.
Oh, and I'm just checking up on this Tennessee family that moved to Denver for legalized marijuana for their daughter, their 2-year-old daughter that has, I'm not exactly sure how to pronounce this, so I'm not going to try. It's just, she's basically missing tissue that connects both sides of her brain. And the family says that it's making a big difference. But I need to read a little bit more to figure out exactly what's going on.
Right. Well, so, it'd be really nice to have and there's no way, but it'd be nice to know what the level of exodus is around the country to Colorado. Like, I wish there was a way that we could get a little toll number. Be like, well, we've had 811 people. Oh, 812. No, wait, that car had 3 more people in it. 815 people.
Ticker.
11, 14 by my math, but whatever. And it'd be nice to know how many people have moved here over the last how many months since these stories have started catching. I knew that when that CNN documentary aired that it was going to be something big, and it turned out that it's pretty intense. Now, this is something I definitely want to talk about. It's almost time to take a break, so I don't want to get too much into these things. But there's bills being proposed that are CBD only legislation type bills that need to not happen either. Just because they think, oh, we've isolated a cannabinoid that does these great things, let's just legalize it. It's like, well, therein lies a large problem because you get it from things that generally have THC. Now, people are trying to breed it out. Excuse me. But
why don't they research about it before they try to make a bill about what they don't know?
It would be nice if they did, because if they did, they would understand so far that THC is needed to activate most of these cannabinoids. And so I don't see really what the big deal is. So some of the side effects are happiness and sleepy and hungry and, euphoria and bliss. I mean, the wrong people, it's not. I know you can go nutty and whatever, but still, there's been an explosion of newly proposed legislation on CBD-rich cannabis extracts, the type of medical marijuana featured as a treatment for epilepsy in Sanjay Gupta's Weed special in the summer of 2013. Parents fighting for the lives of their epileptic children are desperate for treatment that works, and the power with which these parents can fight should not be underestimated. One would imagine their strong voices would be a huge boon to the reform movement, but instead what is happening is the creation of a great divide, CBD only versus whole plant medical marijuana. And to the pediatric cannabis advocacy community, the debate has gotten really ugly, which I can imagine. But again, this is why more research needs to be done so we can get more solid answers. Because right now, it's us that's really doing the experimentation. So, but on that note, I think that we need to pack a fresh bowl. Let's take a break, and we'll be right back.
Are you a medical marijuana patient or interested in finding out how to become one? Contact Mile High Wellness, where your care is our concern. Conveniently located on Hamden and Tamarack in the Whole Foods parking lot behind Proof of the Pudding. Mile High Wellness offers a wide variety of edibles, hashes, and some of Colorado's top strains. Mile High Wellness, where your care is our concern. 3525 South Tamarack, Suite 110, on the corner of Hamden and Tamarack. 720-382-8516. Mile High Wellness, where your care is our concern.
Are you a runner? Are you a runner who supports marijuana legalization? Run on Grass is a group of athletes actively seeking to change our marijuana laws. We speak the truth about cannabis, bringing the message through our feet to new ears. Check out runongrass.com to find out more about us, our events, and how to join up or how to sponsor a runner. If you're in the Denver area, please join us for runs or start a group in your area. Running not your thing? Any sport can do it. On grass. Runongrass.com.
I'm Gary Johnson, and you're listening to iCannabis Radio, and I want to say, talk it up, Colorado.
I swear to God, that's still my favorite. I mean, even though my daughter, when she was here, they did a recording for us, I still like the Gary Johnson one. That's my favorite. So that was who I voted for. But does it matter? No, but we're not going to get into that because that's just depressing. Just depressing. So, oops, don't push that. It's a problem with touchscreens. You know, you try to scroll down and it opens up something different.
So do you think it's funny that both the states that legalized marijuana are going to the Super Bowl?
I do. I think that's quite great. I mean, I want Denver to win because
so the Seahawks
obviously from
and
Denver,
the Broncos are meeting for a Super Bowl.
Well, they're meeting for an overpriced, over-advertised for game. Millions of stoners across the country are going to be meeting to have Super Bowls all over the place. I mean, Super Bowl parties this year are going to be something entirely different. I mean, granted, weed's been legal for a whole year.
I don't think there'll be any riots. Whoever wins, I don't think there'll be a riot downtown.
See, and I would like to say, yeah, you're probably right, but no. Too many dumbasses are still going to be drinking. You know,
Well,
it's gonna be insane. Just because weed is able to be sold in stores, I heard that 3D Medical Center or 3D whatever it's called, Medical Marijuana Center or whatever it is was closed the other day in the middle of the day, and I would imagine it's because they're out of weed.
I honestly have not heard anything of that, so I wouldn't. Why else would it be closed?
Because they're motherfucking out of shit. I mean, I know the edible companies are not able to keep up. That's one of the most popular things of all this.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
That is the most popular thing.
Because everybody wants edibles.
Because everybody wants edibles because you can eat a candy bar on the airplane sitting next to a cop. And it doesn't matter what state you're in. I mean, unless they see the label and then you're fucked. But still, you can have a medical chocolate bar wrapped up in regular plain tinfoil sit next to a whole bunch of cops in the middle of Oklahoma where they will butt fuck you for having weed on you. Or hash even. Hash, they'll do that and they'll throw you in jail for the rest of your life.
Mm-hmm.
So, although they are bringing up more bills this year. I've seen plenty of things on that. So, on a different note, I'm sure that people may have seen something about this. The Colorado Supreme Court is set to review the Brandon Coates firing case over his firing for marijuana usage off the clock. In a move that could have major impacts for workers who use marijuana off the clock, the Colorado Supreme Court on Monday announced it will review the case of a fired medical marijuana patient. The court said it will look at two questions at the heart of the firing of Brandon Coates. Number one, does Colorado's lawful activities statute protect medical marijuana patients from being fired if they are not impaired at work? And two, does Colorado's constitutional provision for medical marijuana give registered users a right to cannabis? I mean, right there, all the words are in that, all the answers seem to be in that sentence. Constitutional provision. User's right. It all seems there. I mean, it all seems there. It seems pretty easy. For those of you that don't know, Coates, a medical marijuana patient who is wheelchair bound as a result of a car accident, was fired from his job at Dish Network in 2010 after he tested positive for marijuana, which, I could see that's a really technical, dangerous job. There is no allegation that Coates was stoned at work, and his attorney says he had an exemplary employment record with the company. Instead, Dish Network said company policy prohibits employees from using marijuana, even if it is legal under Colorado law. Coates challenged his dismissal under the Lawful Activities Statute, which bars employers from firing workers from doing things off the clock that are legal. The Colorado Court of Appeals upheld the firing last April. So I'm glad that it's made its way to the Supreme Court and that they're going to hear that because, at what point, okay, breathe.
Woosah.
Nobody has the right to make legislation to tell us what we can or can't do with our bodies. With the exception of you can't strap a bomb to your body and go out to public and blow yourself up. But what I choose to put into my own body is my own choice. What a woman chooses to do with her body is her own choice. Oh, that brings me to something that I don't know if I want to bring up, but would be something fun. Came up with a whole new thought with Christians and abortion, so I might as well throw it out there now that I brought it up. And since George is away, we pretty much talk about any old crazy thing. Although when she's here, we can talk about any old crazy thing. In case I haven't mentioned it yet, that woman's the fucking bee's knees. She's awesome. Anyways, see, now I can't talk about that just yet. I have to wait because I just had an awesome moment over for that. No. Say something and then I'll come back to it.
Rainbow birthday cake.
Perfect. All right. So, Christians and abortions. Christians throw the hugest fit over abortion, yet clearly have no concept or understanding or belief in the soul. Why? All right, well, we can't answer that, so just thought I'd throw that out there. Because I don't know. That's all I wanted to say. We'll leave that one alone. Maybe we'll come back to it later. I don't know. See, it's so much more fun when it's just kind of an angry-themed show. Only angry because people are driving stupid. Otherwise, it's a pot-filled. Oh, I didn't even load ball. Oh, you did.
Yeah, it is. Right
You did.
there. It's in front of your face.
Well,
Not paying attention.
remotely. So,
So when did you get your purple hair? Last Tuesday?
yes. Last Tuesday, and then the moment was it last Tuesday or the Tuesday before?
I think it was last Tuesday because you said you were going to go meet with the dude to do
With
your hair.
Liz. She colored it, and then I didn't listen to the instructions. She said don't run it under hot water. If you're when you wash your hair, use cold water. I used hot water the first 2 days, and all of it gone. So I went back and redid it. We're going to take a weed break.
Yeah,
not a commercial break, but a weed
Yeah,
break.
it's
So
hot.
this quick break is brought to you by marijuana. All right, and we're back. Almost. So, with net neutrality, I don't even want to get started on that, but with net neutrality dying, I wonder how that's going to affect stuff like us and these kind of things. Damn, that was tasty. What was that?
The double barrel.
Dang. That's so pretty good, man.
Thank you. Compliments to a special friend that's an awesome grower.
Oh, yeah, we said no hash. Stay awake. All right, so I got another story that's having a problem loading, but I want to talk about the marijuana contest joining the Denver County Fair. But
You can win $20.
and a blue ribbon.
Yep.
The green ribbon is for the green contest. Come on, what the fuck? What is the problem? Oh, well, we'll have to come back to that one, I suppose. So,
Well, it looks like the Wall Street's finally talking about cannabidiols.
oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I have to do a silver report here at some point. So let me ask you a question, dude. You always go up to the mountains to go snowboarding and whatnot. Mm-hmm. Where I assume that I've been to the mountains. I know the roads are curvy. I assume that it snows up there and that the roads are worse than down here.
Yeah, well,
Typically.
yeah.
I mean, I've seen some of your videos of you flying next to a cliff where it doesn't even look like you're on a road. It's just snow blowing every which direction.
Sometimes it's a little hectic, but usually when I'm going during the weekdays, it's not that bad because not that many people on the road. But on the weekends, I heard it's pretty gruesome, especially if it snows. I've been stuck in the car for 5-6 hours from Keystone to Denver because of snow and traffic.
For how long?
6 hours it took us to get, which is like an hour and a half.
Yeah, okay, I can believe that since it took me an hour and a half to get, what's should be 15 minutes at most.
Yeah.
With minor to no traffic.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous. Ooh, silver's at 1981 right now. That's nice. Very nice. Gold is at 1259.18. But that's good stuff right there. It's still staying low enough where it's fun to buy. It's fun to buy. I just saw that 2 people involved in a Bitcoin thing between Bitcoin and that Silk Road website got arrested this morning or yesterday morning or last night. Something like that. And that's got the article that I read was pointing something towards it's got the government all up in arms about these counter currencies that aren't regulated by the U.S. government, and it's like, fuck off.
Yeah, they're not getting their money.
I totally wanted something better to say, but sometimes it's just the best you can come up with. It's just fuck off. But you're right. You're right. Super Lemon Haze from MMD. We should have marijuana reviews or something.
Monday's medical marijuana review.
Yep. Where we get something different from a different dispensary and smoke it on the air and talk about it.
That just sounds. It doesn't. Not even medical. Just.
Well, yeah, just weed in general.
Just marijuana in general.
It could be from person X for all I care.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe that's what we'll do. Oh my God, is that a seed? I don't know. We'll know in a minute. Fuck. So it's so weird here without Georgia, Like I got 10 million things that I want to talk about, and my brain keeps saying, no, don't bring that one up either. Nope, don't bring that one up. Nope, not that one either. It's like, holy shit. Do I really have some fucked up things to say or what?
Oh, we got a lot of people listening to us. I wasn't even checking that out. So somebody said they want to see a review on the haze. What haze?
Whose haze?
What kind of haze?
Like just the haze? From which place?
A lot of hazes out there.
A lot of hazes. In fact, Jenny's Kush is Amnesia Haze crossed with RD1, I believe. Don't quote
Has
me,
anybody started a flower or anything yet?
Yeah, they've got some. Dred's got some in flowers.
Nice.
In flowering phase for a couple weeks so far. So I think by Jenny's birthday, we'll have some of her Kush to smoke. Hopefully. Fuck this chair and it's squeaking. So.
Oh, they were talking about the super lemon haze.
Oh, well, it smells really good. It smells really good. It's not very dry. Let's see. Let's just skip all that shit. It's fairly tasty. It's a little harsh, but it's fairly tasty. Although I've been smoking it for a while now, for the last hour at least. So, but it's a nice sativa. I don't feel tired, thank God, because that's one thing I really don't like during the day is, somebody's like, here, dab this, or here, hit this. Sweet, and you rip it down, and then 20 minutes later, you're crawling on the fucking ground. It's like, hey, dickhead, tell me that shit's a fucking indica next time, please.
So, have you been making any hash lately there, Jeremy?
Not in the last couple of weeks.
What kind of hash you been smoking on lately? I'm sure some of the viewers would like to know that.
I go to a few random different places. Like, I like going to Pink House, just because, I don't know why. I guess I've liked going there for years because they got really good weed and pretty good extracts, and I like most of the people that work there. It turns out that a lot of my friends work there, which, of all the dispensaries, that one's the most concentrated of people. I've got some super old school hash here. I don't know what that one is. That one's a hash, but this one we got from a guy that went by the name of Canna Hash, but I don't know I can't remember what his real name is. Middle Eastern Russian guy, quite a swell fella. Got some of this caviar, dry sieve. We got I don't even remember, it was some kind of CBD temple ball, and some Himalayan gold. I've been enjoying those. Like at the rally on Saturday, I packed like 2 bowls of that, and it just lasted for fucking ever. Well, not quite ever, because the bowl's obviously empty, but it lasted a long time. God damn it. Oops, 7:31. We're actually a minute late for our break.
All right, well.
Now we're more stoner-like. I appreciate that shit. So let's take a quick break, and we'll be right back.
High up in the Rockies is beautiful Frisco, Colorado. Medical Marijuana of the Rockies is a medical marijuana center with compassion for Colorado's medical patients. Looking for great meds grown organically in soil? You've come to the right place. Medical Marijuana of the Rockies is just off I-70 at exit 203. Check them out at the web at www.mmrockies.com. Their ever-changing strain and clone selection is updated on the website daily. When making a trip to the mountains, no matter the season, stop by Medical Marijuana of the Rockies. Make sure you say you heard about them on iCannabis Radio. You can call 970-668-MEDS to get more information. Medical Marijuana of the Rockies, your mountain source for meds.
The Law Office of Edson Maton and Matz provides criminal defense, family law, medical marijuana defense, and advice about setting up and running a medical marijuana center, optional premises cultivation operation, and infused product manufacturing businesses throughout the state of Colorado. We're focused on providing high-quality service and customer satisfaction. We will do everything we can to meet your expectations. WarrenEdson.com. Edson Maton and Matz in Denver, 303-831-8188, and in Aspen, 970-948-7183. WarrenEdson.com. Green Faith Ministry is for spiritual guidance, MMJ information, and networking combined with compassionate care on the way to enlightenment with all Green Faith sacraments. Green Faith provides charity assistance, including medical and food throughout the year. Contact them at greenfaithministry.com.
I assume that we're back.
Yeah, we're back.
When it gets quiet, that must mean that we're back.
So I want to give a shout out to Mountain High Suckers because they make a great product.
You should turn that fucking camera on you when you shout out somebody. I think that's quite professional there.
So yeah, so Mountain Highs,
Your dog's
the
barking.
lozenges, whatever, however you say it, they're
Lozenge.
delicious. Lozenges, yeah, delicious, and potent.
That's it?
Yeah, that's all I had to say.
Really?
Yeah, they were on the show today earlier.
All right, on.
If you want to catch them, you can check out All About Cannabis and go to recorded shows. And this show should be on there from earlier this day. I've been smoking a lot today.
I've been smoking a lot since I got here because it's the only way to deal with the insanity of what's going on outside. People are crazy. So, well, I just had something I wanted to say, and there it goes. Right over there somewhere. How old's your dog? I'm going to talk about your dog for half of a second because he's just looking at me all bloodshot-eyed and tired.
Yeah, he's
Turn that camera on him, show people.
he is 14 weeks, I think. No, 14 weeks is this little guy. Big guy.
Not old enough to get high yet.
No, not yet. I'm gonna wait till he gets older.
Yeah. Sorry,
He's
buddy.
still
You're already too lazy.
He goes to sleep. Look at him. Trying to hide. Get me off camera.
See, it's nice to have a dog around, so when you have a brain fart moment, then you can just talk about a dog for a half second. Not that the brain fart's over, but there we go. So, fuck.
Brain farts. Smoking a lot of weed.
Oh, it happens. That's good, though, because that means my brain's finally starting to relax. From out there, that's a lot. It's a lot to deal with. It's a lot to deal with snowflakes flying at the window and other dumbass people.
Oh, I like the snow. I love it. I wish it would snow more. I'm hoping we get a blizzard this year.
Me too. I like the snow. I just don't like being stuck out in it because other people. I mean, I trust myself for the most part, but it's, people are just knucking futs.
Yes, I heard that earlier today. That's fucking funny.
What, that phrase?
Yeah, at the burger place.
At the burger place, huh?
Uh-huh. Delicious burgers. Awesome fries.
Oh, yeah. That's right. I remember you saying something about that. So, on a different note other than winter, I want to bring up something about summer. Like, I'm not entirely allowed to publicly say anything about a specific art piece that I get to build for a specific event in June. But since this is my show, I can sort of say whatever I need to. Should I shut that door?
Yeah, I thought everybody was gone. I
Me
guess
too.
there's still people here. Sorry about that.
How the fuck is this? That's some funny shit. Trying to get some air, thinking it's all dark out there, and then you hear somebody talking. It's like, whoa.
I seen him turn off the lights.
But I get the joyous privilege of building a rather large structure to burn at a very specific event this summer, and I just haven't signed the contract yet, so that's why I'm not allowed to say exactly what it is.
Definitely want to go check that out.
But I keep watching this video over and over that was posted in this particular group of last year's event that my buddy Coda posted. The guy's name that did the video, his name is Jeremy something. Not me, but... And I just keep watching it over and over and over and over. And the last time I watched it last night, it dawned on me that as the effigy burned... It was quite small, as you see the group and there's the rocks that for your burn pad and all that it's like this particular item that, as long as there's no burn ban, that's why we need lots of fucking snow. As long as there's no burn ban and we get to burn this thing, it's going to be a very large fire. Okay, you cannot see last week's show because we made the mistake of when we did the show, we showed a clip from Saturday Night Live, the Nancy Grace, anti-Nancy Grace thing, and
The edited version should be on there, so...
Yeah, somebody didn't like the fact that we had the YouTube, or the YouTubed version of the Saturday Night Live episode in there.
Haters.
And so that makes it go away. But we do have an edited version up somewhere.
I think I put it back on there.
On
I'm
the
checking
recording
to see if it's on there. If it's not, I'll make sure.
Okay. So I am really, really excited. But it did put it into perspective last night when I was watching this video and saw how small the actual burn pad really is. It's only like 15 feet maybe. 20 at most, and that's probably too much. I bet it's only 15 feet. It was like maybe a 20-foot circle, but the burn itself was probably 15 feet. And the burning of this other object that I can't quite, put a label on just yet is, let's see, maybe 10 feet wide by both the structures, the bridge. 30, 35 feet. So it's going to be a relatively large fire. And I didn't realize, because as I was looking at other art pieces for other events like that are out in the deserts once a year, they build structures that, if they weren't meant to be burned and were put out on, any main street in any major city, would be $1 million structure, that gets set fire to. And it's some pretty intense shit, especially now being the artist responsible for creating this particular piece. It's a big deal, and it's a big ordeal, and it's it's kind of stressful, but actually it's a lot stressful, but it's taken away a lot of stress from other things that are causing me stress. You know what I mean? So, which is why I chose to do this project in the first place. Now, hopefully, within the next week or two, contracts will be signed, and I'll be able to speak a little bit more openly on it. But it's kind of fun now, trying to figure out how to code it all. I wish that it meant that Nancy and it's possible that anti-cannabis people are watching. I'm not even sure how they would have known. Like, how, fuck, Chris, what did the message say when you got the message that said your video violated our terms of service or whatever?
Oh, it just said that it's CNN had the rights, or CBS had the rights for it, or whoever was the actual producers or whatever the hell you want to call them that was doing the actual show.
I wonder how they know that shit.
Because they review it. They have to review it. They got people reviewing the video.
So people are uploading millions of YouTube or videos to YouTube all the time. I mean, well, okay, people themselves aren't uploading millions themselves, but there are millions of videos being uploaded relatively simultaneously. Maybe not entirely simultaneously, but god damn it. Even if there were only fucking 10,000 videos uploaded a day, is there really somebody that watches all that? How? I mean, there has to be a machine that it goes through and it power edits it or something. But I don't know. So, whatever. But it was good that we at least got to show it. So
that skit was funny as hell.
Sometimes that's the benefit of seeing the live show, because
And as long as
what?
Oh, nothing. I'm just thinking of the skit. It's pretty funny. Cat Williams. Drake did a good job for Cat Williams.
He did fantastic.
He'll be forever Rocky Mountain High.
It's ridiculous how many celebrities are fucking celebrities. Blah. Celebrity newscasters. Nancy Grace, there's that other lady, why can't I think of her name? Like Kelly somebody or something. I think she was from Fox. Somebody else's pot is bad and pot users are bad. And what's his name? Sean Hannity. Like it's becoming the trendy thing for these. I don't even know what you want to call them.
They want their
news journalists.
15 seconds of pot fame.
Well, yeah, but you don't want your fucking 15 seconds of fame being a clown.
Oh, but they do.
I guess.
They're all out there.
I guess. Well, Nancy Grace.
Nancy
you are
Grace.
Stupid.
That other and Cartier.
That's
Carter, whatever.
Cordier,
yeah. That chick is.
There's a lot of really stupid news people out there, and it's like, what's I don't know what's dumber, is these people, because let me think this through here for just a sec, because the legitimacy of this that's the joy of America, is that you can say your opinion, whether right or wrong, ignorant or not. If you have a platform just like this, right now, we've got our own little radio show, we can say any fucking thing we want. And sometimes not always the right things come out. That's the problem when you don't necessarily pre-think and you just say shit. Nancy's problem is she had that shit wrote out, and it was on a teleprompter for her to most likely read. So that wasn't like, oh, oops, I accidentally said something I shouldn't have. It was, this is how I feel. Here, put it in the teleprompter. I'm going to call Americans dipshits. So it's, some of these clowns definitely deserve whatever shit they have coming their way. Because goddamn, you know, like, it's been almost 100 years of prohibition, and it's coming to an end. Colorado was the first one to do it, and they did it in, I want to say 1918 or somewhere in the 20s. I can't remember. But it's damn near close to 100 years. So it's pretty exciting. How is it 7:45 already? Like, time needs to slow down. I am in no hurry to drive home. Like, fuck being out there. It's crazy out there. We got lots of weeds to smoke here. So, yeah, the babies. That's my favorite one. It's all doing it for the kids. Well, they're going to have easier access in high school.
What about the babies?
Right. Like, go to fucking high school. If you want drugs, the best place to get them is in most city high schools. I mean, really, you're like, fuck, dude, we need some blow and we need some X for the weekend. Who's got a hookup? Nobody? Okay. Who's got a little brother or sister in high school? Bam! Problem solved. Like, these people are so out of touch. It's amazing. We're not doing it for the kids, because the kids become adults, and fuck. I just don't want to start angrily tangenting. I really don't. I got it all out at the beginning, so I'm not going to. We're going to take a break, smoke some marijuana, and we'll be right back.
Whether you are a commercial grower or cultivate as a hobby, No Dough Urban Garden Supply is Denver's first stop for your hydroponic grow needs. With a wide range of products including House and Garden, Botanicare, and Fox Farm, their knowledgeable staff can get you started on your first garden or help you with your well-established business. No Dough Urban Garden Supply is located in downtown Denver at 1330 27th Street, 4 blocks north of Coors Field near MMD of Colorado. They are open 6 days a week from 11 a.m. to 6 p.m. Call 303-296-3424 or visit them on the web at www.nodoughurbangardensupply.com.
The National Cannabis Industry Association would like to thank its members who represent the leading professional businesses in America's emerging legal cannabis market. NCIA is the only organization that has unified legitimate cannabis business across the nation to fight for real reform in Washington, D.C. For more information or to make your business a member, visit us online at thecannabisindustry.org.
And we're back. I don't think I took a hit during that time. It was more of just all right. Okay, so you have to talk for a minute. So why don't you talk about the snowboard? Give some kind of snowboarding report for the next 42 seconds.
So the snow has been shitty lately.
And turn the camera on, you fucker.
Oh, man.
No. I got pipes to smoke here.
Latest snow report. They said they've only got like an inch in the last hour. That I'm talking about Vail, Keystone, Breckenridge. Pretty sure other mountains like Steamboat.
It's snowing really light, but it's enough to make the roads a little bit fucked and the people totally fucked.
Yeah, but not necessarily because it snows down here, meaning it's snow in the mountains. Which I wish that was
You
all
sound
the time.
high, dude.
Oh, I am. I'm really high.
That's funny.
I'm not used to being on the radio.
I knew that was going to be fun when we came down here. When I was coming down here, I was thinking, tonight's show is going to be we're going to call it Bullshitting with Chris and Jeremy. And that's pretty much what's happened. Right now, it's just been a bunch of who cares? We're going to say whatever we want tonight.
Just get high. Yeah, baked. Get baked.
So,
it's pretty hot in this fucking room.
It is, but last time we opened the door, people started talking and it got weird. So, the X Games. Fuck, dude. When did they start? When are they over?
It's already over. It started last Thursday, I think.
God damn.
Last Wednesday.
See, I
like
don't have cable. I don't have TV. I don't watch TV. I tried my hardest not to get sucked in whenever anybody else has TV on. But, so I miss all these things. I watch Netflix because for $7.99, I can get movies streamed in high quality with no commercials.
I hear that.
You hear that, Hulu? Hulu can eat a dick because you pay them the same amount and you're paying them to watch what they show you for free on TV, and you still get commercials. It's like, hey, fuckers, if we're paying for it, shove your advertising up your ass. And when I signed up for that, since we're bitching about things, I think that Hulu's main slogan was like supposed to be something about minimal amount of commercials.
Yeah.
Minimal amount of commercials.
TV on your time.
Right. Is more like Pandora, where you get 3 or 4 songs, 1 commercial, 3 or 4 songs, 1 commercial. That's like minimal commercials for a radio station, unless you're willing to pay $3.99. And guess what you get for $3.99? You get no commercials on Pandora. Fuck Hulu. So, God, is there anybody that we... Okay, fuck Hulu, fuck State Farm, fuck your shitty ass driving if you don't know how to do it here. Fuck the guy that almost hit me on Friday night, but did hit the person right next to me.
Yeah, just fuck that guy in general.
Fuck that guy because he left the accident. When they found the car or the SUV, he had fled on foot, so they'll probably never find him.
Fuck stupid little kids that smile after they get a DUI. I don't even want to say their name because they don't deserve to get their name said on our radio station.
Oh, yeah, no.
But if you know who I'm talking about, smiling,
I did.
You're an idiot.
I did once you said that because I've seen it floating around on Facebook. But there's a lot of shit that's been going on in the world, but the media seems to be focused on anti-pot and that little kid.
Yeah, why we're not worried about what's going on,
There were some horrendous videos that I saw coming out of Russia from the riots in Kiev and shit, and it's like, seems like there should be something better on the news, right? And I don't know. I mean, I don't want to police the world, and I hate that we get involved in other people's business, but we go after these little dinky countries because they have oil, but these big powerhouses that are having these inner conflicts, we're like, no, we don't want to cover that at all. Fuck. So, the world's a fun place to live in, boys and girls. So, if, wow. Sometimes the most horrendously cynical things come to mind right away I'm grateful that as I've gotten older, a sensor has popped up and said, whoa, don't say that. Give me a minute. Because if I cough, I'll end up shooting one out, and I don't want to shoot candy out, especially if it's got CBDs in it.
I don't want to lose an eye.
So, for any of our out-of-state listeners that are actually not here, I'm not actually talking shit about you since you're not driving here in Colorado and you're not being silly. So for you guys, we'd like to say that so far, the 27th, that we're 27 days into legal recreational sales of cannabis, and the world has not ended. So just so you know, it's going pretty well in Colorado. You can do it in your state. And we can possibly help.
It'll be nice when more states starts to do it, so not everybody's moving here.
There's a Politico thing going around talking about 5 states, or the next predicted 5 states to legalize. It was California, Oregon, Maine, 1 or 2 of the little states. But I don't... Just put them together. Make like one decent-sized state out of Delaware and Connecticut and Vermont and all those, That's just silly.
Alaska.
Oh, Alaska was the 5th. Thank you. It's like, I know there's another one.
Thanks, Ben Dabin.
Thanks. Yeah, see? Good. I don't know why my chat shit ain't updating.
And yet, Al Jazeera is a good non-biased news station. I agree with that.
And I'm down for any of these. I used to like RT, but I don't... Everybody's just skewed and fucked. It's hard to whatever. This world is crazy. I used to be such a huge activist. I mean, just fighting everything that I could from... It doesn't matter. it's enough to make a person go crazy because you just realize that you really can't do a whole lot about a lot of this shit that's fucked up. Or maybe we can. I don't know. It's easy to lose faith after years. It's easy to lose hope. So, I don't know. It's nice that there's still people out there doing things, though. And as horrific as some of those videos coming out of Kiev were, and I don't like seeing anybody get beat up, you know? I mean, unless they completely deserve it. And even then, you can only go so far before it's like, all right, man, this is fucked. And it was, I don't know where they were. It looked like they were in some kind of, you know, parliament-type building. Obviously, they don't have parliament in Russia, but some kind of government building. And the police were barricading some direction and inside of a building, and these protesters were just fucking them up. I mean, throwing things at them, hitting them with 2x4s. Some of them had ripped their shields away, and I watched a couple cops just get the fuck beat down. And it's like, I have to be really delicate with the words that I say when talking about this kind of stuff. But because nobody deserves that kind of treatment. But on the other hand, if you're oppressing people and you're defending people that are oppressing people and you're just their soldier, it's quite possible. God, I hate to even say it, but it's possible that you might likely deserve that beating that you're getting, especially if you know what you're fucking doing is wrong. You know, the little guy, when that's all we have left, when you take away all of our rights and all of our freedoms, all you can expect from us is violence. That's all we have left. You know,
Yep.
The peace and the love chants and the I love yous and the hugs and the circles and all that only works so much. So if you want to continue to oppress people, you're going to have to expect that people are going to fight back and start killing people, and it's going to get ugly. And unfortunately, those with the most guns get to make the most rules, and the more they keep trying to disarm us, the more likely we're going to be subjected to any number of fucking bullshit rules and laws. We'll never be able to stand up for ourselves. I mean, in a free country, we're told to put all of our trust and faith in the government to protect us. Mm-hmm. It took a fucking half an hour for the cops to show up for that accident when we're in Denver, for fuck's sake. I mean, it's not like we're in California. I thought there were lots of cops here. I mean, are they really that busy? I mean, if so, that's awesome, because for reasons I'm just not going to say. But it's ridiculous for that many more reasons. So, it's great. I can feel all these new tangents building, and I look at the time, and I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful because some tangents just don't need to be broadcasted and recorded and then saved and re-put out there. You know, some of this stuff, the internet is wrote in pen, people. You can't erase that shit. I mean, it's out there somewhere. You can delete your half of it, but, you know, we all do and say stupid shit online, and I am so guilty of it. So, and it's likely to come back and bite us one day. So, I guess the moral of tonight's tale is just be careful out there in everything. If it's driving, speaking publicly, typing on the internet, sending a message to a friend, anything. I mean, actually, if you were listening to the show a couple of weeks ago when Paul was here and it was me and Paul hosting the show, you are quite aware that rule number 4 is no dick pics. Pretty sure that's rule number 4. Almost positive. And that just means don't send a picture of your dick in any identifiable way to anybody on the phone, because that's tied to your phone number, and there are laws that can clean out your bank account for it. I know people, and I feel bad for these people. So, well, we got 1 or 2 minutes left. What kind of fun things do we want to say? Georgia usually has a list of upcoming shows, but if you're listening to us through the website right now, scroll down just a little bit and look at the schedule right there.
I know.
It's right there.
Stuff's going to change. So this Thursday, tomorrow is the Adam. Well, no, there's no show on Tuesdays. I thought it was Wednesday. Wednesday's the Adam Dunn show from 11:30 to 1:30.
On the website, it says 11 a.m. to 1 p.m.
Yeah, he switched it up, so it's 11:30 to 1:30. On Thursdays, the Hemp Connoisseur from 4 to 5. The beginning of the next month, All About Cannabis will switch to Thursday from 2:30 to 3:30, and then Mondays would be Rev Jeremy and Georgia.
Well, what about the Friday show? Is that still going on?
I think it might be coming back on. I'm not exactly sure.
It's the Reefer Madness.
Yeah, Reefer Madness. So that might start next month too, back Friday, same time.
I was trying to talk him into renaming it or subnaming it Reefer Gladness.
Reefer Gladness.
Right, because while the rest of the country is experiencing Reefer Madness, Colorado is currently experiencing Reefer
But if you think
Gladness.
about it, it's like more of a madness about what's going on right now. It's like...
Well, it really is. And iDab Radio, I'm not even sure. It's quite possible. I think that Dan will be gone in February to the Cup out in San Bernardino. I was thinking about going this year, but I don't think I'm going to make it. I got too many other things I got to deal with right now. And with this little sub activity for this thing in June, that's going to take up a lot of my spare time. But I'm hoping... I definitely don't want the concept to die, but if it doesn't happen this next month or the month after, don't give up. It'll probably happen. I definitely foresee it continuing to happen. It was just too fun of a show, and especially since we started branching off with different hash makers, it kind of makes it one of those things that I enjoyed doing that show. So I really hope that we keep that one going. So be on the lookout for that. Otherwise, I might just start, if that shit don't work on this show, we'll just start doing the Monday night 7:10 to 7:20 dab session or something where I'll call or hit up some random hash maker. Well, they'll know. I'll have to get their phone number, but we'll hit up some random hash maker and we'll talk some kind of crazy random thing because I'm in such a non-biased state of mind right now that it's awesome. I don't give a fuck what company, who's what. In my life, there is no competition. Just fellow people trying to make the world better. So, in some way, shape, or form. So, yeah. So, if we don't get iDab going, then, I see a magic word. Derek was going to replace Bo. We were going to call Bo, but Derek was going to be our third guy. So as long as that still happens, it's going to be me, Dan, and Derek, at least for a while. So hopefully we'll get that going again. We just took this month off because there's a lot of crazy shit going on and whatnot. So I guess we've come to the end of our show for this Monday night. So if you've got to be out driving out in this, good fucking luck to you. Please
stay out of the left lane.
Stay out of the left lane. God, please stay out of the left lane. But otherwise, just be safe out there. And for everybody out there, please just learn to be more conscious. And have a splendid evening. We will see you next week.